Hello, and welcome back to Let's Play Elden Ring, or alternatively, welcome to Let's Play Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree. It is 10 past 7 in the morning on the 28th of July at time of writing. And, well, you might be wondering, why are we not in the Shadow of the Erdtree? Well, if you watched my Let's Play, you may remember back then we could not finish Alexander's quest because he got stuck here because the game was being special. Well, they managed to fix that, so I've got Alexander's stuff done, and I thought I might as well do the Jarberg stuff real quick. So feel free to skip ahead if you want to get straight into the DLC stuff. We're going to take care of this real quick. And incidentally, on that note, if you're wondering about this Let's Play, the point of it, it's not like a challenge run, it's nothing interesting really. Honestly, the main reason I'm doing this is just so that I have archived footage of everything I need from the DLC, and also the main game, which is why I'm doing the Jarberg stuff. That said, let's get right to it.
Oh, mountain of fire! Bake me in your flames!
Ah, good lady. What business might you have in such a place as this? I hardly think you're here to temper yourself with flame, considering that fleshly form of yours. Your timing, though, is impeccable as ever. I've been making just the thing for you on my journey here. Take it. I'm sure it'll suit you to a T. But, it's hardly more than lukewarm here. I won't be able to temper my body such that it'll never crack again. Perhaps I'll head eastward. There's an old saying I've caught wind of. Above the lofty clouds, the icy giant's peak doth soar. Here lieth the flame of ruin, which ever-burning roars. Perhaps I'll head eastward. There's an old saying I've caught wind of. Above the lofty clouds, Ah, I see you finally made it here yourself. The city hanging in the air is slowly crumbling. What an incredible place we find ourselves. But that aside, I can't believe you felled that giant. It was practically a god. I doubt there's another soul out there who could have done the same. Of course, I count myself the great Alexander among many, which means I've but one thing to ask of you. Would you kindly undertake my ordeal? Come and tell me when you're ready. I've been longing to fight a warrior as accomplished as you. You are ready then, I take it? Then let us begin.
I am the great Jar Warrior, Iron Fist Alexander. Lend me strength, O warriors. Let us become one champion together.
As I suspected, victory was impossible. This vessel was found lacking. My thanks. I knew you were the stuff of champions. It was a marvelous battle. I implore you, take what I bequeath from inside me. All vessels are destined to one day break. But the great Alexander lived as a warrior to his last.
dears. So smooth, silky. No one so smooth. No one so.
A fool I may be, but I can look after some simple jars. Do you pity me? Well, don't. A fool I may, do you pity me?
Oh, cuz, I'm glad you came. But we're fine now. Dialos fought the poacher, though quite a lot of us got broken. I won't cry, though. I'm a warrior jar. A warrior. The tale of House Hoslow is told in blood. That's the kind of warrior I want to be one day, cuz. Even if I'm scared, I'll still fight to protect everyone. The tale of House... That's the kind of warrior. Even if I'm scared.
You. Are the jars... Are they all right? Did I defend them? Then all is well. This fool proved his worth in the end.
The tale of House Hoslow is told in blood. That's the kind of warrior I'm going to be. One who protects everybody. The tale of House Hoslow is told in blood. That's the kind one who Thanks for coming back, cuz. I've been thinking. It's time for me to set out on a journey. As a warrior jar. Upon the path of champions. Wow. Cuz, are these insights from Uncle Alexander? Thank you, cuz I'm a warrior jar, so I need to be strong. I can really have them, right? I understand. I'll get strong. Strong enough. I deserve to have Uncle's insights. I don't think I'll see you again. When I set out. Warriors are supposed to work alone. Goodbye, cuz. And thanks for everything. I'll never forget you, cuz.
Ah, were you guided here by kindly Miquella? I am Leda, and like you, I was guided by faith along his honorable path. Touch the withered arm, and you too will be transported to the realm of shadow where Miquella the Kind now dwells. My compatriots are there already. Like us, they have heard kindly Miquella's call. If you can find them, they are certain to lend you aid. Come now, touch the withered arm, and travel to the realm of shadow. I will not be far behind. May we meet again. Come now, I will not be far behind.
here we are, immediately in the Realm of Shadow. DLC time. We had to wait, what was it, 2 years, I think, for this DLC? Quite the wait. Was it worth it? Yeah? And, yes, if you're not aware of my experience with this DLC, I've played through it already about one and a half times, maybe? Something like that. And in this Let's Play, we're not going to do everything in terms of, like, I'm not going to show you me running around the entire map, because it's a big map. And there's a lot of things in it. Mostly we'll focus on the main things. In the, when I did the main game Let's Play, I didn't actually show every dungeon, because there were so many, and a lot of them were, you know, not so good. Oh, my neck, my bones, they gone. But, in this DLC, there's not too many dungeons, so I think I will probably end up showing them all. All your fancy dancing, and you got beat by someone just going, yeah. Oh well. Sometimes the oldest tricks are the best ones. Where's the heart attack bird? There's somewhere around here. But, yeah, I'm also just, so we see, this is what my build is like going into the DLC. First time I did it, I was on a sorcerer character, starting at like level 200. Because, you know, I'd been doing a lot of co-op on that character with my buddies, so I think that's it, isn't it? Yeah, like, thanks Miyazaki, I guess. And, it's, again, like I said, for the Jar Baby and Jarberg stuff. Main reason I did that, just because I couldn't do it before. But also, it's pretty appropriate if you, have already played the DLC, which I would hope you have if you're watching this. And, yeah, no, by no means am I, like, an expert on this DLC, or even Elden Ring, to be honest. I think back in the day I was kind of a bit of an expert with Dark Souls. I wasn't, like, the best player by any means, but I knew everything, you know? Knew pretty much everything, because I played that so much. This time, though? Oh, man, there's a lot of stuff I've probably missed out on in this DLC. Because I'm not really active in the communities anymore. I don't really talk to people about the game other than my friends, and I don't really look stuff up. Sometimes someone links me something and I go, oh, that's cool. But no, there's loads of stuff I don't know. It's, is his name actually... What is his name? It's so hard to see. Logur? This is a crossover with Marvel, because Deadpool and Wolverine just came out. And they were like, Miyazaki, can you put in Logan? Make him slash Alex's face? Okay. Alright, let's try that again with less sucking this time. Wait, where did Logan go? Oh, there he is. The Beast Claw. That's what we were using in our Let's Play, our trusty Flame of the Redmanes. It's one thing I'm not a huge fan of, and fighting this dude. I feel like he basically has infinite stamina. You see what I mean? Like, he's never stopping to regenerate his stamina. Which is something that just... I don't know, it bugs me in FromSoft games where they have characters who, ostensibly, they should be following the same rules as you, the player, but they just decide, no, we get our own things. Did he just... What was that? Did he just iframe through one of my attacks? Whatever. Oh. Oh, I hope the recording picked up that little micro stutter or whatever we had there. This is a different computer, by the way, than when I played the Let's Play. And it's upsetting because they still haven't fixed the performance issues with this game. You just got killed in a very silly manner, mister. Yeah, we don't really need any of that, but we got it anyway. Ah, heart attack bird. Yeah, if you've watched some of my other Let's Plays, you will know I'm really not good at playing video games and talking at the same time. I don't have, like, Leo, get down from there. That's my cat. He's decided now is the time to become a freak. But yeah, I don't multitask very well at all. Which, I'd say, like, 50% of my brain has to be focused on talking, because it's a very smooth brain, and the other 50% is playing. And even if I'm using 100% of my brain to focus on playing, I'm like the average player. Just right now, oh man. And this isn't an excuse, but my controller is busted, by the way. This full price PS5 controller, we're playing this on PC, by the way, but I'm using a PS5 controller, but this controller is so messed up. And it's not even old, I've had it like a year or something. And I'm pretty gentle with my controllers, I would say. Just hit me. Oh, I should have killed the tooting guy. These axe soldiers, these Mesmer axe soldiers, they're pretty good at video games. Better than me, I would argue. But they are unfortunately AI, which means, like most AI, you can trick them. It's like with Chat GPT, it's pretty easy to trick it. Was that necessary? Absolutely not. Wasn't there a revered ash thing? Revered spirit ass? But that's another thing in this DLC, which I'm not sure if I like it or not at the moment. They basically put in a mechanic where you... how should I phrase it? Your stats are bolstered by things you pick up. So it's like, we'll demonstrate momentarily, I expect. Man, get closer, other dude. I know they've nerfed Flames of the Red Mains. I deserve that. I almost said I require that, and that's not true at all. I don't require these beatings. Black Steel Great Hammer. Cool weapon. And here we have a... Are you... What are you? Huh. Yeah, our first statue of Marika in the DLC, with its head missing, which is very weird if you think about our boy Mesmer. Shadow Tree Blessing. Shadow Tree fragments can be found across the realm of Shadow. Consume these at sites of grace to bolster your blessing. The blessing bolsters the recipient's abilities to deal negative damage. It has no influence outside the realm of Shadow. So in other words, it's a scalable difficulty. My character needs a bath, or a wash. It will basically bolster all of your stats outside of your levels, which I think is a really interesting way of doing it. And I think they're onto something there. Why did I do that? I didn't need to do that at all. Because, hear me out. So, Dark Souls, you've always been able to level up. I shouldn't look at that waterfall because it's destroying my frame rate. But lately in Dark Souls games, like, take Elden Ring. What is the point in leveling up? Like, yeah, I know, what's the point in leveling up? No stats, no health. But really, the main thing that you do with it is just, well, do you want to use this weapon or that weapon? I think... Here's my wild idea. Get rid of levels. Just let us basically use everything. You know, no stat requirements for it. Because it'll focus on things. And after that, just put something in like the Shadow Tree Blessings, which you can use to effectively bolster your stats. And they're also optional. So if you want to do like basically a level 1 run, just don't use them. That said, I would make them more from main progression like bosses and things, because one thing I'm not super keen on in this DLC is having to find them all again. And again, I say have to. You don't have to. Blessing of Marika. And I've been told that a good use for that is put it like here. Don't use it, but put it on your basically item hotbar. And then let your Mimic use it. I don't have a Mimic. I mean, I think I have the Mimic, I just don't think I have like used it. Yeah. I like Redmane Knight Ogre Okar and Lieutenant the Albinoric. Those are my favourite summons. Ashes. Spirit Ashes, whatever. And, well, you might be thinking about, where was it? Yeah, these. Splinter of the Shadow Tree that contains golden brilliance. La-di-da-di-do, la-di-da-di-dee. Now, you might be wondering, why am I saying Shadow Tree when it's a Skidoo Tree? As far as I'm aware, that is pronounced like Shadow, or maybe Shadow. And the reason I know that is because I have been writing a book recently. Hello, mister, what are you doing here? And in this book, I've been using a lot of what you can either call it Old English or Saxon, Anglo-Saxon. I've been using a lot of those words in it for certain terminologies and things because of how I'm building the world, this fictional world. And that's one thing I happened to be aware of at the time. I suppose if you wanted to, you could say it's kind of like the my favourite area in Bloodborne, the Hypogean Gaol, the Hypogean Jail, the subterranean underground jail. Spelt, you know, G-A-O-L. It's just a antiquated way of saying the same word. Here we go. What a tiny map. This DLC will take us 2 minutes. The spiral tower of the Hornsent lies to the northwest. The entire expanse is marred by the harrowing ravages of war. I should probably talk about the DLC a little bit, shouldn't I? The DLC. the lore of the DLC. So effectively, we've come to this war-torn, veiled land, quite literally, as you can see. Disgusting creature, get out of here. And quite literally veiled. Probably reminds you of the veils in Marika's bedroom, doesn't it? And yet you would be right. It does. Unfortunately, they don't talk much about it in the game. They hardly ever say, like, what happened specifically in the veiling. Supposedly, Miyazaki said something in an interview. I've not seen that interview, but that's what someone told me. If you happen to know that interview, you... Okay, imagine if I could play video games. Video games are my favourite video games. Yeah, I am of the impression that Marika essentially sealed and veiled this place so that no one would learn about it. And again, it will make more sense once we have the whole map, but I think I mentioned it in the Let's Play. Oh, this has got to be the DLC area, right? I think this is where the DLC area is. or was. I think it was this landmass, or missing landmass. And I think that would make a lot of sense, personally. Again, that's just a theory. I've seen a few other people saying similar things, but again, it's Elden Ring, so we'll probably never have it confirmed exactly what's going on. Black Firefly, those are, yeah, Mesmer's ones. You know, back in the day there was the theory that all the butterflies each represent a different Empyrean. That's true, they do, I suppose. But yeah, Marika waged a crusade in this land, led by Mesmer. Raises attack power after each critical hit. And I remember when I was playing through this with my buddies, I was like, is there something at the top of that tower? You can jump onto that tower. You can get more or less to the top. There's nothing there. It's a big ol' waste of time. Yeah. And the war that Marika's forces waged here was a horrid one. Do you think these are Marika's soldiers? Or probably, I don't know, probably not. But they don't really look like Horn Scent, if you ask me. And yes, I know, you've been looking at that big red dude, wondering why am I not talking about him. He's a stinky man. Very stinky man. We will fight him. And you can laugh at my probably awful method of fighting these guys. And maybe you're wondering, why are all the, like, dudes walking around? Why are they all sort of... why are they black? Now, usually you can't get away with asking, why is that person black? Because you'll get in trouble if you ask that sort of question. Here, you can ask that question. Now, I don't really have an answer for you. I can only theorize. Either they are sort of shadows, or they are charred ashes. And yeah, these things, which they really remind me of the jailers, the things that have literally no name in the game, so far as I'm aware. They never had an official name, but they are, like in the main game, you know, like the Everjails, they're always surrounded by, I call them jailers, they're balls. What? But you know, it is what it is. Here's our first boss, if we can call this a boss. Why can't I summon him? Oh, this is just a no summon thing? Okay. Okay, that's fine. Don't shoot me. Oof. Oh, sick jump, Mr. Guts. Ah, oh, he's too good. He's been playing that PvP, doing them. Oh, I probably can't summon him because I don't have the FP. Wait, no. Now I'm confused. Oh wait, no, there's no spirit thing. that took a bit longer than I thought it would. Turns out he had a pretty good counter build to my build. That's okay, we got him. That's the thing. They could kill me 5 times, 100 times, 500 times. And I keep on coming back and they only get the 1 life. Must be pretty terrifying for them if you think about it. You just keep killing someone, but every time they come back and they get you a little bit more. And you know, it's inevitable. Just like Neo and Smith. It's inevitable, Mr. Anderson. Right. Man, that guy, he reads inputs a lot. You can test it a lot in that fight, which is interesting. Right, now let's fight this guy. Oh, this is probably gonna suck, actually, because I don't have a... Oh, well, we'll try him one time real quick, and we'll see how it goes. Oh, suck. This sucks. Don't do it. Okay, that's fine. Oh, that's not so nice. Okay, just let me get over here. I didn't really actually need to summon her, come to think of it, but... Is he seriously hitting her there? Oh, balls. Oh! That has like the worst hitbox you've ever seen, that thing. Don't even consider visiting Anor Londo. Not in your state. Yeah, Lieutenant maybe not... Actually, you know, any summon here, not really the right option. Knock them down 3 times, or rather, stagger them 3 times and they go down. Indeed. The Dark Sign brands the undead. Those who suck video games are locked away. To wait. Would you quit doing the double jump? It's the worst one. Like, all the others, I can dodge them pretty good. I think I need to stop using Flame with the red main too. It's not really... As much as I love that, it's not great here, because everything's on fire. Fire! One more. You know, I could be using my Geese's wheel, but we are actually going to be using some different weapons. Well, we're still gonna use the Cross Naginata, because that's like the Silver Lou's trademark weapon. But there's some other stuff I'm gonna try out. I'm bad at video games. Uh-oh. Time for a little sippy. Put your left foot up, you put your right foot down. You have a horse sticking out of you, mister? What the... Yeah, it took you long enough, didn't it? Oh, I fell over. I'm sad. Now we do that one more time. Why they felt you would need to do that twice, I don't know. Doesn't make me happy. Doesn't make anyone happy, I don't know. I should really two-hand my weapon, because what am I blocking here exactly? Two-handing needs more stance damage, or poise damage, whatever you want to call it. Which is pretty much the only damage that matters here. TBH. Sure. I'm gonna take a sippy, just in case. Oh. You ever try and bring your weapon into both hands and Miyazaki's just like, no. Also, it's raining, so you should just die. Are you falling? No, it's one more. Okay. Stupid Wicker Man thing with a horse inside your foot. His grab is the worst though, I swear, the hitbox on that. I'm surprised that didn't hit me somehow. It makes, you know, people like joke about Dark Souls 2 hitboxes on grabs and stuff being bad. This one? No. Oh, you can't put your foot on my head. I'm not into that. This is fun, isn't it? Yeah, like, if you're ever making a video game and you're doing something like this, one knockdown is enough. Like, one of these. Okay. Like, we don't need to do this twice when it takes so long. My cat got so bored he stopped watching, went to eat food. Yeah, he was definitely watching. Yay. That's actually what we wanted. Alright, we are... I actually don't know how long we've been going, because that boss took me like 5 hours, basically. It wasn't quite that long, but you get the idea. So, we're gonna talk to some NPCs over here. Actually... yeah. No. No, we'll... Carved words coalesce. I abandon here, the first of the flesh of my body. We will come here momentarily, but something I want to do real quick. I say real quick, watch as this somehow takes like 30 minutes. And there's an item we're going to grab. An item we'll be using a lot in this Let's Play. You might have an idea. You say, Cross Naginata. What else would match with that? We have a relatively fast poking weapon. And I've been complaining about my lack of stagger damage. And as much as I like the Geezer's Wheel, by the way, I just kind of want to mix it up a bit for this playthrough, so we're going to grab a new weapon category. If I can afford the weight value, I'm actually going to be using 2 new weapon categories. But here's one of them. Don't mind me. He didn't mind me, that's good. Here it is. The Great Katana. Amazing. Can we fast roll with that? Good, we can. I really like the moveset of this weapon. And you know, you got some pokes, you got some slashes. And the weapon art is hilarious. Like, what is that? You just give him a bonk. Don't know whether to keep that on it or not, though, to be honest. It's really good, but... well, now let's head back over here, talk to the NPCs, and call it for the first episode.
Ah, Lady Leda spoke of you. You're that tarnished. Guided here by kindly Mikola. Won't we all? I am Freya. I once fought alongside General Radahn. In battle, you can be sure I'll hold my own. Oh, another thing. Did you speak to our dour little friend? If you've yet to do so, have him give you a map of the Cross's whereabouts. You'll find more of them dotted about these lands. They are Mikola the Kind's footprints. If you've yet to do so, be sure to have our dour little friend share his map of crosses, assuming you intend to trace kind Mikola's path. If you've yet to do, assuming you...
Fie, another. Treading the heels of Mikola. Then, as that woman would surely say, We are in our purposes well aligned. But understand, your kind are not forgiven. The Erdtree is my people's enemy. By Marika long betrayed, set aflame. I believe Miquella's apologies when he says our delivery will come, but never will I see your kind as worthy. And yet my oath I cannot overlook. If Miquella it is whom you would seek, then comrade, allow me to give you this. These are the sites of the crosses I found. I urge you, follow after Miquella. As long as you abide by his footfalls, you will be no enemy to me. I urge you, follow after Miquella. As long as you abide by his footfalls.
In battle, you can be sure I'll hold my own. In battle.
I urge you, as long as you...
Hello there. Together, we work. Together, for Miquella the Kind. Many things we have found. Goodbye. Many things we have found. Goodbye.
You must be the Tarnished. I am Ansbach. Formerly in service to Lord Mohg, but now, like you, another soul guided by kindly Miquella. I'm hardly the steady hand I once was. My fighting days are far behind me, which is why I have chosen to dedicate myself to investigation, to discern tender Miquella's ultimate purpose. I'd rather not volunteer service to a new master unless I know that I can be of use. May I request a service of you? 6 crosses, identical to this one, have been discovered in these lands. They are akin to tender Miquella's footprints, or gravestones, which mark what he's left behind. If you discover any more crosses, be certain to tell me. I presume you, too, are keen to know just what kind Miquella is doing here. If you discover any more crosses, be certain to tell me. I presume you, too, are just what kind... If you discover, be certain to... I presume just what...
Many things. Goodbye.
If you discover, be certain to... I presume you... Righteous Tarnished. What brings you here? Oh, you must mean Samor. Samor is a kind and stalwart ally. He provisions our little outfit. Samor traffics with the Forager brood, his brethren, who collect supplies from all corners of the land. No doubt they find inspiration in his many virtues. These are not your foes, Tarnished. Should you spot any Forager brood, be sure to mind your manners. Righteous Tarnished.
Welcome. Goodbye.
Alright, well that's going to do it for this first part of Shadow of the Erdtree. In fact, that, you could say, is the Shadow of the Erdtree. The Shadow Tree. Oh yes. Alright, well thank you so much for watching. I'm going to go upgrade this weapon, and then we'll be back next time, and we'll head over in that direction. Alright, till then, ciao.